Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining me. Even though everyone's over at Chris's channel and Chris is just finishing up, I just didn't want to delay any longer because I have a bit of work to do. I just thought, I best get on with it. And, only because another friend of mine, Brian, is streaming today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which leaves me just about an hour. I want to finish sharpishly so I can catch his stream. But I had some stuff to do, so I thought, let's make it happen. Have I put everything in place here? Nope, like this isn't quite in place. Just doing the, a few technical bits here. Let's get going with music first of all. I'd say today's artist is going to be Gustav. Mr. Beard Goblin, you caught me just in time. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. How is life? Let's kick off with Mr. Gustav here. Always nice to have him in the background. It's kind of dreamy beats. Some of my favorites. Hope it's not going to be too loud. Let me know if that's okay. Licensed from Epidemic. One of those things I don't quite get about Epidemic, that is, if you search for Gustav as an artist, he doesn't come up. You see, I don't really know how to spell him, but he just doesn't come up. I've tried it many times. It just isn't really working. Also, how do we get back to the previous screen now? Oh, that's on Google. There we go. Gustav. Doesn't come up in the search. But hey, we both have a circle. That is nice. Beer Goblin, how are you? We've been missing you in the raft streams. I gotta be brutally honest with you. So I hope you're okay. This is gonna be about a 1 hour stream, and at 5 p.m. I'm going over to Brian's channel. And what I'd like to do today is kind of a continuation. It can also go. It's a continuation of what we had going yesterday, in which we've made that whole project, added more icons to the menu bar. And we want to hook up a few more characters. And to be honest, right now, I only have a very vague vision of how we're going to make that happen. Not sleepy here. That is good. That's good news. Ooh, okay, I will. Let me know which one you think it is from the Explorer pack. I'm not sure if I bought that yet, but it's one of those things perhaps I should. I mean, it's currently on sale, so, why not? Why not indeed catch in? Mr. Chris has just rated me with 4 viewers. Hello, welcome everyone. This is great. I'm just getting ready, just about warming up. Thank you so much for joining me. Usually I would have waited for you, Chris. Today I just don't want to make sure I bring my project to an end, and I didn't want to delay any longer. So, apologies for that. Otherwise I would have totally been there. Not going to open that though. Awesome. Thank you all for dropping by. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's just with the raft, it's just, it doesn't really matter where we hang out. But I wanted to make sure I don't give up my regular weekend slot. So yeah, there's some more raft to come. And if you're up for it, yeah, please join us. If not, that's also totally fine. Hey, there's a new feature on YouTube. Check it out when you're there next time. For 99 cents, you get emotes. You can become a channel member now on YouTube, which is really cool. Then you get emotes on YouTube, much like you'd get on Twitch, being a Twitch subscriber. So it's one of those things. Oh, okay, there's only 2. That's cool. Excellent. I'll check it out. Piperly, top of the morning. Very good to see you on this side of the screen. Very good. And Mr. Chris, if you're here, that is awesome. I'm just going through the project and see what I've been able to make here. This is quite nice. We are in the gray box, of course, but look at that. There's AI background behavior. There's switchable characters. And there's a funky menu that comes up and down. So woohoo, we've built all that. I'm mighty proud of it. There's 2 characters here. That's quite nice. Let's go into town and see if everything's happening in town. Still haven't quite sorted out the long loading times in the editor. But yes, today's mission is going to be hooking up the top arrow to the top row of characters and making them changeable. Hello there, Mexican lady with the hat on your back. That's cool. Looks like a bustling activity town here. That's nice. Quite proud of that. Put all that in myself. Very exciting. I didn't model the characters. I must say I'm only doing the logic in Unreal Engine. So the characters are all from my friendly folks at Synty Studios, I believe in New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand. They are down under for sure. I think they are New Zealand. I don't actually remember. Do you remember Beard Goblin? I don't remember. Madness Middles, long time no see. Wonderful to see you. Just catching up on the project that I've been working on for the last 6 days. This is the 7th day that I'm working on this project. So what we've been making here, this is basically what we've all hooked up here. So there's characters walking around in the background. They find a point, find a new point, turn around, walk there. And that just is that little background behavior. We've added all the characters here. Hooked up this menu that you can change a character, pick a different character, one that you like better, dismiss the menu, and then with 1, 2, 3, and 4 you can pick a different outfit on the character, and then with 5, 6, and 7 you can pick a different skin tone while the outfit remains in place. So that is kind of the magic here. And I've done this with one Synty pack, namely the Synty Western pack, which this is. And I've also added a train and opened some of these doors here. I've also made characters walk around in the bar here. There's a barman and a working girl up there on the balcony. We can just about see her. She's kind of walking up and down. He is sometimes checking the back. Otherwise, you know, pouring us drinks, which is what we like. That is right, Madness Middles. It's exactly those kind of vibes. Yeah, that's right. In the Western pack. New Zealand, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was New Zealand. You're back for a bit, Chris. That's awesome. Good to see you. Let's go visit our girl up here. There we go. That's her. Good stuff. Oh, don't you turn your back on me. Oh, she's leading the way into the room. Okay. I can't. I'm gonna need to go to the desert. Sorry. Also, you know, thanks. I'm gonna go to the desert now. So 2 levels. Notice that the character and the outfit that I've picked stays the same if I go into the next level. So that's the other exciting issue that I've made work. In the editor, level loads take a little bit longer. You can, if you type !project in the chat, you get a downloadable link to a playable demo of this, so you can check it out yourself. It's fully gamepad compatible. There's more background characters happening here, and this is a second level. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is that this second level is actually a different pack, a different Synty pack. So the first one was the Western pack. This one is called the Frontier or Western Frontier pack. And that means that the characters are assigned a different skeleton. I have already prepared those, so now I can mix and match characters from both packs, and they're all able to walk around in a variable walk speed. That is the other thing I've implemented. And what we want to do is hook up the top row of icons. These are the workers in the quarry. That's quite nice. Yeah, you've got stuff to do. I'll leave you alone. The other portion of the random characters is over here somewhere. I think it's further over here. It's quite a way to go. Hey, Mr. Rod, welcome. I'm using blueprints, Emerga. Thank you for asking. Yes, it's gonna be blueprint coding in literally a couple of minutes. Here's the other guys. So there's a lot of people here. Yeah, blueprint coding is really, that kind of works really well for me. I will see if I can put some cloth physics onto that flag here, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So currently, bottom row, that's the one we've implemented earlier, but the top row, that doesn't do anything yet. So I need to amend my existing logic and hook up the logic that these characters are selectable. So the difference is that the guys on the bottom are from the Western pack, which is the first one we've implemented and hooked up. And the second row on the top here, those are all the ones from the Frontier pack. Now let me show you what happens if I were to just go and pick up, just go and move myself over here, and perhaps I'll just go over to this character here. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Synty bystander number 2 or number 1. I'm easy. There we go. This is the bystander number 1, and on the right hand side here, I can go ahead and change his skeletal mesh. You can just about see that there. And I can change it to somebody that is also part of this pack here. I'm going to go twist this guy around that you can see what's going down. Trust me when I'm just changing the skeletal mesh here. So I can do that, but the material Can we zoom in more? If I'm selecting a person, say the priest, who is from the what's it called, from the frontier pack, they have different material. So that is one part of the logic that I need to accommodate here. If I pick him, he kind of works, but this is not his material. The material is still from the Western pack, and it kind of just about works, but it doesn't work very well on, not on all the characters. So some have writing on the t-shirt that area of the texture is usually made for, I don't know, something like a sign. So we want to make sure the correct material is being placed, and that's the logic I'm going to go figure out today. Hey, Mr. Zero Calvin, good to see you. Sure, no worries. And Brian, I'm going to finish sharp at 5, or just 2 seconds before, so we can all catch your premiere. That's nice. So let's see if and how we can make it happen. I believe, is there anything else that we need to pop into the version control? If so, speak out now. I might also want to go and should I, no assets to check in, that's good. Should I merge this into my other branch, or should I be brave and not do that? I'm going to be brave and not do that. I'm going to be confident this is going to work. So let me bring up my Synty character. This is the person, the file in which we've done most of the code for some of the stuff. And then the other one is, of course, the menu. That's in the UI folder. Selection menu. There we go. So just to remind ourselves how we actually change the character meshes. That is happening with any of these buttons here. So the new row of buttons are button F, character 1 to 10. The other one, those are just button nothing really, but button F are the frontier characters. So up in the event graph, this is for focusing the button, so adding the background highlight if a character is selected and not if it's not selected. So we don't really need that anymore. That's the whole event graph. Character selection, there we go. I'm doing this with these button presses, so each of this is a on-clicked event on a button. It references the character and gives that literally this change character, and that is a function that is called on my Synty character. But because the buttons are in the menu will take care of calling this function. Now this function is actually in the character, and currently it has one input, which is the skeletal mesh of the new guy, and it is actually set on the character. I don't think I need show menu anymore or menu shenanigans, but switch logic, that is what I need. In fact, not even that, but on change character, it's here somewhere. Is it not? Don't leave me hanging. Isn't it on switch logic? Change character, there it is. Oh, there it is, right, okay. I should really call this comment here. Change character. Well, also spell it correctly. There. So change character isn't actually a function, it's a custom event. And we may just amend that a little bit. I'm kind of thinking perhaps I should turn this into a function. I could leave it here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Yes, I think I want to go and turn that into a function. And I should have really done that before. It's a custom event rather than a function. I wonder what happens if we just create a function and call that change character. Because what I'd like to do here is, if it's a function, I can dedicate this as an input. Perhaps I should make a new function and just give that kind of a different name. It's only because I can't really... I don't really have an input for this. I could add this to a variable, but that's unelegant. So let me show you what I mean. If I had a function, and I'll just call this something like update character. Maybe I'll just call it update character. It's not elegant, but if I had that, I'd be able to devise two inputs. Let me actually do that. Two inputs. The first one would be a new mesh. And the second one is in fact a Boolean. The first one isn't a Boolean, but the second one is going to be something like is frontier character. And that's a Boolean, so that can be set to yes or no. Then this one here, that'll be literally a skeletal mesh. That one, that's the one. So with these two things, I can now make a decision as to what I need to change on the character. So right now, we're just literally setting the skeletal mesh, and that's it. So I'm going to go and copy this out of here because the mesh is also part of that. So just copy that, pop that in here. That is essentially the same functionality that we've got going right now. But now I can literally go and grab this parameter out and then make a decision based on that. So I'm going to go and branch off with that. I'll make that look a little bit prettier in a moment. Perhaps even go the top way. And I don't actually know if it's going to work, but I'm kind of confident it will. We're branching, and now we need to go and update the material depending if this is a frontier character or not. So on both nodes then, also with the skeletal mesh here still selected, kind of still selected here, we need to set the material on the skeletal mesh. Just to refresh our memory how we did do that. That is also happening. Where is that happening? That's actually happening on the character, isn't it? In the switch logic, change outfit there. So set material on element index 0. That's the only thing we really have on that character. And then we just set that material. So this is this same node we're going to use over here in update character. Oh, did I copy that? I didn't, did I? Copy that. Paste that in here, namely twice. Whoops, twice. Once for the true branch, once for the false branch. And if it is a frontier character, we're going to give it a frontier material. If it isn't, we're going to give it the regular Western material, which in my case is matte polygon Western. I'll say 01B. That's kind of the middle skin tone. And if it isn't, then we're going to go frontier. There we go. Matte polygon Western Frontier 01B. There. So once the mesh has been updated, which the new mesh needs to be passed in from here to there, that's important. And then we're querying this parameter. That's kind of how it works. So if we update the character with our new function, we're going to say, first of all, put the mesh in that whatever is calling this is going to give us, put that in. Should this happen to be a frontier character, use the Western Frontier material. If it isn't, just use the regular Western material. So that's kind of how I had envisioned it. Now I need to hook this logic up. That is over in the selection menu again. So we need to just change the way we call buttons. Also should really compile this so that all this functionality is available in the, oh yes, the mesh. I might just go drag this out here and make it less busy. Target needs to be the mesh. I could just go divert that over here. That kind of works. It kind of works. I could have used this as well. It doesn't really make a difference, but it's less wires. It's a little bit more visible. So let's do that. Yes, that's perfect. Yes. All right. So let's see about how we're going to change the current character. So I'm going to maybe say character selection for the Western pack, or the Western pack actually, that's a good idea. And instead of just calling the change character thing, I'm going to go and call the update character function here now. Update character. It's almost the same It's now just calling a function rather than a custom event. And now I can give it that particular mesh from the first character. I'm going to have a look that up, what that actually was. And I can say, is it a frontier character, yes or no? So in my case, that is not the case. None of these guys are frontier characters. I wish now there would be a way for me to see the actual value in here. I can't actually see that. That's a bit of a shame. Or can I? Oh yes, I can. So this is businessman. Must remember that. I wish let's see what was this then? If I go back here quickly. Who was this? This was character bad guy 1. Okay, so let's remember that. Can I also go back? Is it like shift control Z? Is that redo? Redo, yeah. Oh, control Y. Okay. I don't use that very often. Control Y. There. And was this bad guy 1? Yes, it was. There we go. Perfect. That's bad guy 1. So this one, if I just go, keep going down here, this is now businessman number 1. Let's remember that. Update character. Hook up character. Businessman. There we go. Let's just see if the logic so far works. This is hopefully going to work, both of it. I just want to make sure that if we do call that menu and bring up the first couple of characters here, they will, so these guys here, yes and yes. Okay, perfect. So that still works. It's always good to check. And my button focus also responds properly. Okay, so these work. These haven't changed yet, so we're going to go and take care of that now. By the same pattern here, just updating the existing logic. What is this one now? He is now, oh, I need to hover, don't I? This is now Cowboy 1. Okay. Delete, paste. Cowboy 1. Oops. This one here is, come on. Cowgirl 1. Alrighty. Sometimes it's like that in coding. You do a lot of stuff and then nothing's actually changed. And you think, hang on a minute, what are you doing there? Why are you doing this? What do we got here then? Gunman 1. Okay. Welcome. Gunman 1. That. Gunman 1. Alrighty. Here we have Sheriff 1. Alrighty. Sheriff 1. And I believe this is woman, is it? Oh, woman, come on. Woman 1, yes. Get rid of that. Woman 1, and then we have one more, which can only be Working Girl 1. All right. Working Girl. Working Girl. There we go. Alrighty, so that should now not actually have changed anything. So if we go and play this now, we shouldn't really see a difference. But it looks like all these guys are still working. That's exciting. Good stuff. These guys are going to be up next. These are new characters, and we're hopefully going to go and make their bits and pieces change properly. Okay, let's do that. So first of all, to make that happen, is this still working? Yep, that's still working. Outfit changes are still working, and skin tone changes also still working. There we go. Good stuff. Righty. Save all, commit to version control. Very important. You always have a fallback option then. Changed character selection for bottom row. Madness Middles, if you're still there, tell me, how have you been? Good to see you again. It's been a long time. I'm trying to do more Twitch. I've been on here every afternoon, actually, ever since last Saturday. So on weekends, I'm currently streaming twice, which is kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. That's very nice. It's not always the case, but currently I am, and I want to make the most of it. So I'll continue this tomorrow. I don't think I'll do Unreal Engine development tomorrow. It's going to be a little Clo stream, Clo/Marvelous Designer. It's going to be very nice. I've made a couple of shirts, and I think I'd like to show you what I know at the moment, and then maybe we can improve upon it. That'd be really nice. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to go and try to do that just here. On clicked. Oh, there we go. That's fine. We'll do that here. Let's just hook up the first one. We go and paste that in. We also need to have the character here, of course. The character is the target. That gets hooked up. And the first person in our long list, I think, is just the one under... Oh, I can't actually remember now. Let's see, I think I can only tell by the icons frontier. This is kind of the order as well. So Gold Miner 1 is the first character. Gold Miner 1 and 2, and then we have Mexican 1 and 2. I think we can just about remember that. Ah, thank you so much, Brian. I just realized that, yeah. I think this should be better now. Thanks, Brian. What did I say? I've already forgotten. Gold Miner 1 and 2. There. So let's make sure this guy is then Gold Miner 1, and this now is going to have to say is frontier character. That's the idea. This is a frontier character. So this is the way I should be able to copy all the other ones now. So that's character 1. Character 10 comes here, so I'll do that last. Character 2. I'll just go and copy these two into here. Gold Miner 2. Gold Miner 2, alright. I have to do that with all these buttons. Character 3. Hook him up. Pop that there. And this is now Mexican guy. Mexican male. Mexican male 1 and 2. That's cool. Button 4. We're nearly there, so this is actually not taking that long. Once you get that rhythm going. Oops. And I could also just search. That is also an option. Character 5. This is now, I'm gonna have a look for that. This is now Native American 1 followed by priest. So Native American, then priest. Hey Christina! Were you here earlier? I'm not sure if I saw you there. You were! I totally didn't see you. Wonderful to see you. Hello, hello. Native American 1 and priest. Native American 1. American male as well. There we go. Followed by character number 6. Oh no, that's it. 6, there we go. This is now the priest. Will it work? I might just go search for him. Priest, there we go. That's him. Is frontier character. Check. Character number 7. Who will you be? Salesman. Followed by soldier. Salesman, soldier. All right. Salesman. That was 7. Now comes number 8. Oh, do you remember this morning, actually? Did you remember there was a while ago, there was a user here. He just had just under 50 followers on Twitch. His name was Bite Size Gaming, I think, Bite Size. And he's been streaming Unity development for the last few days. I just caught him this morning. He's now got over 50, and he says by the end of the week we're going to get to see a free playable demo of his creation, which is it's a platform game with a retro 90s type feel. I forgot the title. It looks very cute though, and he's been doing like 6-7 hour blocks on Twitch. So yeah, Bite Size Gaming. It's very, very exciting. Oh yes, Christina, you should have been there. She was working with the hammer. Very good, yes. Between Julia and Brian, nothing got past us. There was one guy who was, he had a question, and I really don't mind questions. Fire away. Please ask anything you want, but rather than saying, can I please ask a question? Please, 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 can you please let me ask a question? Just ask the question, go ahead. Just type the question in the chat rather than asking 7 times, can I please ask a question? Especially if you already got the permission for that. You think, yes, interesting. Yeah, so, and then we had to, it got so bad he had to go. And then he came back with his second account, and probably with his third account. We're not entirely sure about that. Ooh, indeed. Don't underestimate her. No, Julia does not take from anybody. It's true. Oh, very cool. So this was the salesman. This is now the soldier. Soldier male, all right. Character number 9. We're nearly done hooking up the buttons. Still quite a bit of work to do. It's already 4:30. Jesus. Quick. Work faster. Thug 1 and Thug 2. Oh yeah. Definitely gotta have these guys in there. Thug number 1. Followed by, this is now button number 10. Followed by and luck would have it, Christina, that this morning Daniel popped up in my recommendations feed on YouTube. That was quite cool. Daniel makes Clo and Marvelous Designer tutorials, and I've just had a quick look and I was thinking, yes, let's do that. And what I found interesting is that I just saw him as Daniel, and then with the Marvelous Designer thumbnail, and I just click on the video, and your comment at the top, Christina, with 20 likes, responses, and I thought, yes, that's gotta be the guy. And then also, I think I posted my recent shirt development on Twitch with a nice little turntable, and I tagged Travis Davids on it. And he liked it, which was nice. But also, I believe Daniel, the same Daniel, must have also liked it. I don't know if he's on Twitter. He was also just called Daniel, but I couldn't recognize the face, so it could well be the same guy. Don't know. It's just beautiful when that happens. And I'm thinking, it's just, I've learned that from Travis, this whole thing. And I'm thinking, yeah, of course, I'm going to give you credit for having put together such a wonderful tutorial. And it's just beautiful that we can kind of recognize each other that way. I really like that. There we go. This is now character selection frontier pack. Not even I can read that. It's not your stream. It's literally there. I've just grouped all of these things together here, just so that next week I know what I actually did here. Could also go pick up this whole thing and put that next to this there. Don't know why this is so much bigger than the other one, but it is exactly the same. It's just, the matter of spacing things. Alrighty, so that is that. Hello, Joe! Yes, Roberta needs some food, absolutely. She does indeed. Yes, Christina, you've got that absolutely right. Yes, and it's a pleasure to be with her, pleasure to hang out with her. But it's absolutely true. It's boundaries are important, and that's just all there's to it. And it is true. I mean, also Julia's notion of, I think that's why she's so good at the job of hiring people for Instacart. She can tell within literally less than 30 seconds. Are you material for us or are you not? So yeah, so it's the way you can read people just by behavior is an important asset to have. And I think she does. It's the same with reading people in chat. You know, you can tell who sticks out and who's material for the star crew, or who's, you know, more for the, you know, shouldn't be allowed in, because it upsets the whole dynamic, which is not good. So we've got all these guys kind of functional, so it should already work that when we change now a character from, pick the character from a top row, this should now, let's see, change. Yes, look at that, it does change. More characters. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Look at the amount of characters. We can be farmer guy now. That is so cool. Arr. And his materials are now perfect. Oh, you're also the priest guy. I think I should change your outfit back, because I think you are deliberately wearing the wrong material. But I think he's unswayed. He's just going to go about his business and walk out of the frame. That's cool. So the one thing that is not working right now is that when I select a bottom character, which is also still working, which is awesome, the bottom characters are being come up with a highlight here. So whenever I bring this up, the character that is currently selected is highlighted. But if I pick somebody from the front, from the top row, that character is not highlighted. So it is retaining the button focus, I'm sure, but if you're playing with a gamepad, you don't know which character is selected. So that we need to implement next, and that is happening. And yeah, of course, don't worry about it. We're going to fix that in a minute. Unreal Engine is already complaining. Oh, I can't do that, dude. So that needs to happen. Is it also on the selection menu? There's a couple of things. Build mesh map. We need to add a few buttons to here. The mesh map is technically something else, but we need to have it because it's made so that we can ask which button should receive the keyboard focus. So it's a little bit of a weird concept here, a map variable. We're building it here, so the menu has it, but we're actually using it on the character. And that's not in update character. I might just go and I might leave that open for now. We're using that in a whole event graph here that is called. No, actually, sorry, I'm lying. I'm lying to you. It's in here, isn't it? It is in this whole event graph, which is called focus. This is where we're using the output of the mesh map. So this map is being used so that we can pass in a string and get out the button that's supposed to be highlighted. And currently the mesh map doesn't actually know about the new buttons that I've added. So there's 10 of them, I believe. Is that right? I think there were 10. Just satisfying my own curiosity here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we need 10 more entries in this. We'll do that with add pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And all we need to do now is put these new buttons onto the mesh map. So character 1 is going to be value 11. That works out really well. But the key for 11, that's going to have to be, we're going to have to go and grab that out of, not that sadly, we kind of need to remember what these are. So gold miner 1-2, Mexican male 1-2, we need to have the exact name of that. That is happening in meshes characters. Oops. Might just make that a bit bigger here. There we go. What did I now say? What was it again? Was a gold miner male 1 and 2. So these guys here. I'm explaining all this in detail in my character selection series. Oh, okay. Yes, it happens. No, that's quite all right, Christina. And no, Rod, I'm the same. I don't really like plumbing. It's part of being a tenant. Is the cool thing about being a tenant is you just call somebody about that. And just go, yeah, well, you know, tap's leaking, sorry. I don't know, I'm just a tenant. I don't know how to fix that. If it's your own property, you go, man, that's uncool. I need to learn how to do that now. Sometimes it's more time efficient to literally just pick up the phone and chill out for a professional. Now we have character 3 and 4. Those are the Mexican males, are they not? I seem to remember. Mexican male, here you are. Number 1. Followed by Mexican male number 2. And now it's kind of getting tricky because I don't remember. Native American 1, followed by the priest. I'll do it in pairs. Alright. Characters. Native American male, yes. A crowd favorite. Followed by the priest. Priest is this guy. So now I need to go and look again. Salesman, soldier, followed by thugs. We can remember that. Salesman, soldier, followed by the thugs. So salesman. Salesman. Here we go. Soldier. Oops. Key 18, and now we have 2 more, which is the thugs, and then we're totally done here. That goes into here, and while I'm at it, character 10 goes into this part of the mesh map. Then we go the fuck, yeah. Fuck goes in a 9 and 20, number 2. There, perfect. So now, with a bit of luck, that part of the functionality should be working. Oh man, this doesn't look good, does it? Oh, there we go. Does look okay, actually. It just wasn't quite drawing as that healthily. Here, look at that. Kind of something happening. Well, alright, let's try it out. Alrighty. So what I would like to see now is the background of the top row color change and be retained. Let's see if it works. Yes, it works. Oh my god. That is very cool. That's not bad, Joe. That's not bad. If it is only an hour and you have the hour, that is, you know, that's basically whatever AB May would have charged in your pocket. All right, Christina, thank you for dropping by. Yes, I'll see you at 5. We're more or less done with the functionality. All I need to test now is the changing the clothes, which is working. That's awesome. Changing the skin colors is also working. Can you believe it? This is actually, we're done. Oh my goodness. Are we done? That didn't even take an hour. That is seriously cool. And it works for everyone? See, no, it doesn't, does it? No. See, these don't work. These are the correct materials now, but if I go with 5, 6, and 7, I'm not sure if it didn't change properly. So there's one little tweak I need to make. So if I go to change his outfits here, and I go ahead and pick another person, This is actually not the correct mesh that's being passed in, so I need to have a look at that. This is correct, but this one isn't correct. This is the same guy as that, so that's incorrect. So we'll have to look at that. But also there's a thing with the materials that we need to quickly tweak. I'll see if I can make it happen. And that was, I've already forgotten, of course, which character it was now. It was this guy, button number what? Also, I'm not entirely sure about the music. I've got to be brutally honest here. This is not what I had signed up for. Thank you, Gustav. Not a big rap fan myself. Thank you. Dreamy beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's more to my liking. Number 5. Yeah, Mexican. No, we need to have Native American. Native American male. I think that is what we're looking for. Yes. Certainly want to remember. So yes, the skin colors don't actually work. There's only one skin color, it looks like. And these are now the incorrect materials here, because that's kind of screwed things over there a little bit. So we need to make sure that when we pick a mesh, we don't give it the wrong material. So we need to make sure that the mesh selection works correctly. And that is of course also happening in not update character now. The switch logic is now happening with a couple of functions, I believe. Change skin tone, and there's also change outfit. Yeah, change outfit is the one that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That literally just goes and sets that material. But once again, we need to just quickly figure out which character are we using. So we're going to go and make another function for this. We'll stick with the whole update thing. So one more that's called update material, maybe? Update outfit. How about that? Update outfit. There we go. And I've just realized that the whole is this a frontier character that is being given to us as an input value, but our class here doesn't have a local copy of it. So I think I'm going to go and put that in here and just create that as a local variable, just with the same name, is frontier character, because this will allow me to make a decision in the material application in a moment. So let's go and put that perhaps right at the beginning. Not right at the beginning, maybe just after here. Is frontier character. And let's go set this value here. Set that, and we're using the same variable. Well, we don't have to use this anymore. Let's go take that away and just put that into here. So that'll do exactly the same thing, but the difference is that we get a local stored value of that the moment somebody switches the character. And once that's happened, we can make a decision based on that in the next step here, which is the update outfit. So what we need to do then is essentially do the same thing as what we did here. Oops. Update outfit. So this is what we need to do here in a moment, based on that value there is frontier character. Also, what is it with the talking guy? This is I'm not into lyrics here. This is also with lyrics. Next one is without lyrics. Good. You can see that by the little microphone symbol here. Perfect. So branch off here. Depending on, is this a frontier character or not? And if it is not, Then we're going to go use the bottom branch here and do that. And if it is, then we're going to use the top branch, but there's more to it than that. So we're going to use this logic 4 times here for outfit 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we could probably just combine this and give this thing an input and call it literally 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're going on here, we're going to give that an input somewhere, perhaps here. And we probably need, I'll just call it outfit number. And we'll use, what shall we use? An integer should do fine. Float is overkill. A string will work. It really doesn't matter. I think maybe integer is a good point here. Good plan. That could then be done with an enum, I guess. Literally like a switch node. We could do that. And then we'll have several branches here. So it's kind of like a tree. I'm thinking, is there a more elegant way of doing this? It's going to be a little big. So we're going to have basically a switch statement on the number here. I believe. Switch on int, that's the one. That's the selection. And we're going to have literally 4 cases here. And a default case. And then this one, this is a nice tip actually, if you didn't know this. If I wanted to put this onto case number 1 now, so 0, we're not going to have 0, but we can just go hold control and then just move this over here. That's kind of a nice way to do that. So 0 and default is going to be, it's never going to happen because we're always going to have an input number. And that's kind of nice. Yeah, I think we want to do that. Somehow times 4. So since this one was the number 1 outfit, we're giving that the A outfit. This is then the B outfit, the C and the D outfit. But on here we're going to say if it is a frontier character, then we're going to give it that other frontier outfit. So at that point, well, maybe just this one here, copy paste. In case it should be true, Frontier A, that's the one. And that should do the trick also with the mesh connected over here. There. All we need to do now is copy this 4 times. And make myself some room here because it's going to get a little bit dirty. In fact, just copy this. There's got to be a more elegant way of doing this, I have a feeling. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will comment this out in a minute so that we get a better understanding of what's actually happening here. So number 2 should go into here. And number 3 comes out here, goes into here. And number 4, oops, goes into here. There. And this looks interesting, doesn't it? I'll go bring these maybe in the middle here. Kind of like that. And I'll say this one is outfit A. This one's outfit B. Spell it correctly. These candidates here, that's outfit, well, outfit 3, actually, we're going to call the skin tones A, B, and C, and the outfits are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So outfit 4, there we go. Just drag this down. Totally keeping an eye on the clock here. I have 7 minutes. Come on, we can do this. It's outfit 2, and this one is outfit 1. In real life, there's time constraints. So I'll just hook up the default value and the 0 value to this as well, only because it's kind of common courtesy to hook those types of things up. But essentially we're doing the same thing 4 times, and we're switching on an outfit number now. And if we are this 1, 2, 3, 4 times, if we are a frontier character, we're giving him this outfit. If we're not, we're giving him that outfit. So this should be selectable into, this is now frontier 2A. Oh no, sorry, that was the Western, isn't it? Sorry, this has got to be Western, something about matte. Yeah, so 2A. I think I'm going to go with the B default skin tones here. Shall I? No, with the A ones. So this is 2A for Western. This is 1A with the Western. Perfect. This is going to be the Frontier 2. That's perfect. This is now going to be the Frontier 3A. This is Western 3A. That's still the same. And this is outfit. No, it's not the same, is it? This is going to be Western 4A. This is Frontier 4A. Frontier 4A. And these guys, I totally forgot about this. This is copied, isn't it? So it hasn't actually updated itself. Western 3A. There we go. And Frontier 3A. All right. Now that should kind of do the trick if, of course, we hook this up properly. So right now we're just changing the outfits and we're not actually calling that function. So what we need to do is go drop that and say update outfit. There we go. That's it. Pass in the mesh. This is going to be outfit number 1. Delete all those. And we could probably utilize the mesh thing better. We don't have to pass the mesh all the time. We could just hook this up. Actually, we don't even have to do that, do we? Because we're going to give the mesh internally here, don't we? Under outfit. Yeah, so we don't have to pass the mesh. Much better. Can we just go copy this 1, 2, 3 times. Hook that up. This is going to be outfit 3. This is outfit 4. And this one's outfit 2. And I'm hoping it compiles. And not only that, I'm hoping it's also going to work. That'd be nice. That'd be a really nice highlight if we could just go and make this work. He works, so that certainly does the trick. And these guys now get back into their costumes here. That's cool. So this guy, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. These haven't compiled. Kind of glad this has happened. Skin tones don't work because we haven't actually taken care of that. We need to amend the switch logic and probably amend the map that gives us the skin tones with that other map variable. So it looks like we will be spending another day on this tomorrow. No worries, we can do that. Yeah, so some of the materials haven't compiled. And this is actually nice that this happened because somebody last time when this happened gave me a tip of what I can try out. So I will do this now. That is under the Frontier materials. There's literally all of these. Let's see. So apparently we're saying, what was it again that he said? What did he say again? You right click and then something. It made perfect sense when he said it. I forgot who it was now. What a shame. There's something like recompile materials, something along those lines, but it doesn't seem to come up here. Audit assets, shall we do that? Is that it? That's probably not it. Asset actions maybe. Like recompile shaders or something along those lines. Reload, is that it maybe? Maybe that's a cool idea. Let's try and reload them. Asset actions reload, could that be it? Validate assets and dependencies. Let's try that. Succeeded. Well, that was probably not it. I'm looking for something that takes a little bit more time, you know. Let's just reload them, see if that happens. If that does do the trick. Takes good time, so I'm confident that that's a step in the right direction. All right, let's try. Character from up here with outfit. No, that didn't do that. So the other thing that does actually make a difference there is literally to just close Unreal Engine and open it up again. That does also work. But there was another trick and I just can't for the life of me remember where that was now. It's definitely on the material. And there was some material action and I just can't remember what he said now. Ooh, substance. I didn't see that yet. Add substance textures. That's cool. Yeah, something along the lines of, you know, recompile the stuff. Maybe just opening them is enough. Until that happens. Could well be. I'm purely guessing here, of course. And come on, perfect. Let's try it again. Maybe see if it works now. Pick character from here. The pretty looking one. I really like the head thing. And why? Nope, that didn't do the trick. And it'll be the same in the viewport. If we go to the character and if we were to change, well, that mesh from her into the where is it? Mesh, here it is. If we change that into the native American chief male, there he is. And if we give him the frontier matte now, this is frontier A, the one that works. If I go to frontier B, it'll also have, no, that actually works, that's nice. And C, how about that? That also has that issue. Yeah, compiling shaders, there we go. It's another way of doing it, just previewing it. Oh, I've crashed into 5 o'clock. I'll just see if I can fix this and then we're gonna close it up. Yeah, sorry, Brian. I'm still doing things. I'll see you over there in a second. This looks like one of those things we had that last time. So yes, this will be solved with an Unreal Engine restart. And I forgot what it was the guy said. It wasn't bite size, it was, who was it? I don't remember. But yes, you restart the project and everything is cool. I'm gonna go and save all and say goodbye so that I can go and see you over there at Brian's place. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for hanging. Looks like we will have another crack at this project tomorrow. Maybe that and some Marvelous Designer stuff then tomorrow. I'd be up for that. Thank you for dropping by. I'm also going to be on YouTube tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a little bit of rafting. And then back here on Twitch in the afternoon. My friends, take very good care. And I'll see you over at Brian's place. Bye-bye.